That porch there was on fire with flames shooting into the attic.
Fire crews said that this building has not been used for some time now, and
Del City was forced to close one of its 2 fire stations this year.
Today I spoke to the family of baby Braylon, and they say they've waited over a year to find justice for their little girl.
That's right, Chris. Eric Wells was flying a charter jet out of Wiley Post Airport here this week.
What I'm standing on right now is the roof of a building. There's a lot of damage tonight after the tornado hit Norman. DHS spokesperson says she can't comment specifically about this case.
This is where the little boy's aunt and uncle live behind me here.
I've got a turkey and pepperoni sub or peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
All right. There you go. You're welcome.
When the El Reno Fast Track food truck pulls up, there's usually a line of kids waiting.
Sometimes this is the only meal they get, and the only smiles they get are from us.
Jeff Edwards, El Reno School's child nutrition director, started the mobile truck last year. He says about 1 in 4 kids in the district is at risk for hunger.
Just really saw the need and put the resources together with our community and just really work together and make it happen.
The truck stops at several sites around town Monday through Thursday, and then they hand out backpacks full of food to get the kids through the weekend. The program is paid for mostly through the USDA and supplemented by grants.
Hungry kids get into trouble, and so we're just really trying to make sure that they're getting what they need even during the school year, during the summer times.
This year they added the mobile kitchen.
Buddy, we've got hamburgers, cheeseburgers, or a chicken sandwich.
It's parked at Legion Park 4 days a week. Jeff and his team will also be showing it off and feeding hungry bellies at a special kickoff event.
It's really a blessing. I mean, it really is what gets us up every morning and puts a smile on our face.
At the underpass of Main Street.
The music helps kind of drown out some of the background noise.
With traffic buzzing by.
It just reminds me of living in a city.
Artist Chris Canaley.
It's all freehand.
Lets his unique shapes and vivid colors glow. The work already gets glances.
I think it's kind of cool. I think it's fun.
But gazes are sure to come when all 10,000 square feet, including 45 pillars, are brought to life.
We got, big suns, and we've got boats and birds. A lot of people describe the work as kind of fantasy lands.
Canaley says the mural's inspiration came from his travels abroad, but there are hints of his childhood.
It looks kind of like 8-bit, Super Mario Brothers land.
And his home.
The Heartland.
This is the 3rd underpass mural you'll find as you enter Bricktown from the west.
Public art is a great tourism beacon.
But creating one from 800 cans of spray paint is no easy task, even with the help of 2 other artists.
Arms definitely get fatigued.
Canaley, though.
My father was an illustrator and graphic designer.
Who hopes to be done in 2 weeks, learned long ago, sacrifices come with a job like this, especially when giving the city its newest landmark.
As a native Oklahoma, to have this opportunity to, put my thumbprint on downtown is an honor.
Who's going to cook for you when you graduate?
Myself.
That's right. Who's going to cook for you?
Definitely me.
In this cramped classroom at Deer Creek High School,
You just need 1/2 cup, okay.
these special needs students are learning
Eggs, how many?
life skills.
Just those skills to get you through day-to-day life.
Jeff McMillan heads up the program that already has the key ingredients.
I'm proud of you. You've done a good job.
But the planned transition house would take it all to the next level, with a bedroom, laundry room, even garage, where students would learn to live on their own.
And that's our ultimate goal. We want our students, when they leave here, is to be able to contribute to society, pay the taxes, and live life like anybody else would.
In addition, students would learn job skills, like Jake here, who is already working in the school's IT office.
This is a different one than I've ever messed with before. We got some small computers in here.
Those now raising money to build the transition house point out most people who have disabilities want to live on their own and work, but often get discouraged and end up on public assistance, which costs taxpayers about $196,000 a year.
So for the cost of one person for 1 year, we could build this house and create an opportunity for lots of these kids to learn to live independently, to be employed.
The water is mostly gone.
You know, it dropped 47 or 48 inches of rain on us.
It leaves an imprint.
It was about 9 inches.
A stained reminder of the wrath of Hurricane Harvey.
I was just praying that it would stop, quit coming in.
We're in Finette, Texas, a sleepy town outside of Beaumont.
I like it here. I like it here a lot.
Population about 2,000.
It's the typical little small town community that's growing. Everybody knows everybody.
They've never seen so much rain, leaving every home, every business, and every church with gutted walls.
It was a faith-challenging event for me, I must say.
Pastor Robert Wenner and his volunteers are rebuilding, today airing out every room in First Baptist Church Finette.
Our nursery is up here, but you probably can't tell it's a nursery anymore.
Wenner says his phone is going nonstop.
Friends and strangers began calling.
Calls from the most unlikely places.
All right, thanks, Skip. All right, bye.
Thursday, all the way from Anadarko, a tight-knit community in Oklahoma told Pastor Wenner they arrived.
I didn't know him at all. I don't even know how he got my number, but he said, we'd like to bring some water, and I said, we'll make it happen, and so we're going to be blessed by a truckload of water from Anadarko, Oklahoma.
Water is an understatement.
So what do you got in that truck, Skip?
In an 18-wheeler, 53-foot truck, countless bottles, pet food, boxes of blankets and more are all sorted for Finette residents. Anadarko Mayor Kyle Eastwood drove 8 hours with city leaders to personally unload.
We felt that as a local government, we could come in and maybe help with a similar town of our size.
Finette was the perfect fit.
Sometimes we feel like we're neglected and left out, and to know that it's somebody else that has experienced maybe being neglected or overlooked would think about, let's help somebody that's more like us who maybe, and that's just moving, it's touching.
From the heart of Oklahomans.
Appreciate you stepping up and helping up those folks. And
thanks. You're most welcome, Mr. Mayor.
One small town to another.
What I feel today is blessed.
In Finette, Texas, Tiffany Liu, News 9.
I try and block it all out. Here, though, they're always playing music, and music, it's kind of peaceful for me, too. Losing her was a tragedy. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to be around anyone.
March 1st, 2013, Paula's best friend, Deja Brown, was killed in a car crash.
Losing someone so close to me, someone that I knew personally, I was a mess. I think about her a lot, and she is my inspiration.
A year later, as Paula reflects on losing her friend, she credits art with helping her heal.
I didn't really realize the magnitude of how art had helped me until after it happened. Art really is my outlet, and it really can help me get over this tough time.
Now Paula spreads that message to other kids looking for an outlet. Art is an option.
I like to try new things in art because sometimes they'll make you feel different ways. When I do abstract, it frustrates me. If you can't talk about it to someone, then art is there for you. That is your tool that you can use to express yourself whenever you're feeling down. What were some things that were on you guys' list?
She wants these kids to express those emotions by drawing on the positives all around them.
I really had time to deal with what had gone on. It's an inspirational place for me to be able to create art, but also take time and think about, anything that's going on in my mind.
This is ridiculous.
What's coming out of Amy King's faucets gives a whole new definition to hard water.
You can see it when I shake it out. It all comes out on my hand.
Small, sand-like particles that suddenly started building up on the filters to her faucets.
They sink to the bottom kind of fast. I'd say we really started noticing it getting bad on Thanksgiving morning because our kitchen sink was just trickling a little bit.
They cleaned out all the filters, but the next day they were full again. And those are the particles big enough for the filter to catch. Smaller ones seep right through, which means the family is showering and washing dishes, including her son's bottles, in whatever this is.
I just worry, what is it? I don't want to ingest it and drink it. I don't want my son to drink it or even my dogs.
Amy and her husband called 3 different plumbers, spent $2,200 on a water softener system, and none of it's worked. And when Amy posted a picture on Facebook, many of her neighbors say they are experiencing the exact same problem.
I could understand if our aerators were filling up every 6 months, but not literally in one day. This just seems like a problem.
Check this out. This is Guthrie PD's newest piece of equipment through a military surplus program, and it's ready to go for Guthrie's next big emergency.
It's a beast.
This is not your average police car.
We talk about the weight. They say it's between 40 and 55,000 pounds.
The roar of the vehicle's engine is unmistakable, and this 6-wheel drive fortress is ready for action.
All right, you guys ready?
The mine-resistant ambush protective vehicle once patrolled in the Middle East. Now it's protecting Guthrie's streets.
It's the best way to put people in harm's way safely, or get them out of harm's way.
Chief Damon Devereaux says the obvious use is extra protection during active shooter situations.
If we've got a subject that's in a house, that's barricaded in a house, a bad guy, we can drive this to the neighbor's house to get them out safely. We can use it to get close to the house to start communications with them.
But he says another use comes during weather-related rescue efforts or as a mobile command post.
It can go in extremely deep depths of water. It's got the inverter, so we can operate computers, we can operate stuff like that off the 110 system.
The price tag for one of these is $733,000 for the military. Guthrie police only paid $2,000 using seized drug money.
If we have to use this vehicle one time, it's paid for itself.
Guthrie police tell us they're planning on making a few more tweaks to this beast, but it really is ready to respond to any threat that they might face. Reporting in Guthrie, Chris McKinnon, News 9.